Esta semana, en el Popcorn, tenemos un mini especial de Scream donde entrevistamos a casi todo el elenco. Veremos un avance de lo nuevo de John Cena, Peacemaker y mucho más. Bienvenidos Cinelovers a un nuevo programa del Popcorn. Yo soy Oscar Ruiz, emocionadísimo nivel 1000 por el programa de esta semana. Y es que ustedes, yo se los he dicho en reiteradas ocasiones que soy ultra mega fanático de la saga de Scream, de Ghostface y todas sus locuras. Las primeras 4 películas me las he virreado un montón y finalmente llegó a los cines de Panamá la nueva entrega, la quinta película de la saga de Scream. Ya se encuentra en los cines de nuestro país. La amé, me encantó, me trajo nostalgia de la primera película, era todo lo que esperaba y más. Así que ustedes si ya la fueron a ver, me encantaría que nos dijeran qué les pareció y desde dónde están reportando sintonía. @el Popcorn PTY son nuestras redes sociales para que se comuniquen con nosotros, interactúen y nos cuenten qué les pareció. Hoy el programa va dedicado a un mega especial de esta película y es que tuve la oportunidad de conversar con 8 de los actores y actrices de esta película en exclusiva para Panamá. Así que vamos a arrancar con Sonia y Mikey. Ellas son 2 de las nuevas incorporaciones a la saga de Scream y vamos a ver qué nos contaron sobre ser parte de la franquicia. Welcome to Panama.
Thank you. I can see you're a fan. Love it.
I think I might be considered a bit of a fan, and that's why I loved this version so much. It was like perfect nostalgia, and it brought me to what the first Scream movie made me feel. So I just wanted to know what was each of your first reactions when you get a call saying, yeah, you are going to be a part of the new Scream movie.
Yeah. I've never heard yours, actually.
Well, I had sent a tape in and I didn't hear anything for like 6 months. And so you send tapes in sometimes and you don't hear anything and you try to let it go. And then I got a call all of a sudden. They were like, yeah, they want you for the movie. You're gonna leave in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, it just happened really fast, but it was really exciting, yeah.
Mine was like similar. I didn't hear back for so long. I remember when I got the audition email, I freaked out because that was like the thing, probably the audition that I've been like the most excited about ever. And so it didn't hear back for a long time. I'm like, okay, I didn't get it. And then just magically one day, I get a call and then, met with the directors and then a week later, and then I got a call saying I got the part and I remember crying and freaking out and then made it to North Carolina and the rest is history. Yeah,
and I think those are the best types of calls, the ones that you don't expect, and they happen to be so amazing. Not the type of calls that Ghostface makes to people. We don't want those type of calls. And talking about Ghostface, was seeing Ghostface in his or her disguise, was it everything you expected it to be, maybe?
Yes and no. I feel like, when you see something in person, like, of course, it demystifies it a little bit. It makes it a little less, like when you see something on screen, it's like, oh my gosh. And then in person, it's terrifying for a second. And then it hits you that it's just a human being under a mask. But I think that's why it's made for the big screen,
Yeah, it was
made to scare people up.
Yeah.
Acabamos de ver a Oscar entrevistando a 2 de las chicas de la película Scream. Más adelante vamos a traer más entrevistas con el elenco de esta película. Ahora, Cinelovers, ¿cómo estamos? Yo estoy activadísima y emocionada porque les traigo una súper recomendación. Esta serie que les voy a recomendar es para los fanáticos de las series fantásticas y llenas de magia. Se llama El descubrimiento de las brujas. ¿Y de qué se trata? Bueno, vamos a ver a una chica llamada Diana Bishop que viene de una familia de brujas, pero ella la verdad es que nunca practicó la brujería, nunca practicó la magia. Ella se dedicó a estudiar y a ser historiadora y más que nada a estudiar sobre la alquimia. Imagínense, bastante interesante la verdad el tema. Pero ¿qué sucede? En uno de estos estudios, en la búsqueda de un libro y todo lo demás, en su investigación, descubre un libro que ella no sabía, pero este libro ha despertado no sé, como la ansiedad, la búsqueda o simplemente la intriga de los demás seres mágicos. ¿Y de quiénes les hablo? Les hablo de los demonios, de los vampiros y de las demás brujas. Parece que ha sido el libro más buscado y nunca se había encontrado y nadie sabe cómo Diana lo encontró. Pero eso no es todo, no solo despertó el interés de ellos, sino que también de un vampiro del cual ella va poco a poco enamorándose. Pero lo interesante de todo es que estas tres criaturas fantásticas, las brujas, los vampiros y los demonios, no pueden por ley enamorarse entre ellos. Así que vamos a encontrar en esta serie romance, amor prohibido, algo de suspenso y mucha magia. La verdad es que es muy entretenida. Yo sé que les va a gustar para los fanáticos de la fantasía. Buenísima para ustedes. Lo mejor es que tiene 2 temporadas y ya viene una tercera y última. Está muy buena la serie. Inició en el 2018. Bueno, ya podremos ver la tercera temporada. Se las recomiendo, el descubrimiento de las brujas, para que vayan a verla en casa. Ahora vamos a continuar, Cinelovers, porque este es el tráiler de la semana.
I need you to be brave. If the moon really is what you think it is, suit up.
I see a bad moon rising.
You have got a big gravity wave coming your way. You have to launch now.
Did he say gravity wave?
I see trouble on the way.
We're underwater, guys! That's crazy.
I hear hurricanes are blowing.
What's the plan?
Save the moon, save Earth.
Ray, what are you doing?
Find itself! Wait for it. Let's go, you son of a...
It's on airplane mode.
Gracias, Ani, por ese increíble trailer de la semana. Me encantaría recibir sus reacciones y saber qué les pareció. ¿Les enganchó con solo ver este avance? Coméntanos en redes sociales @elpopcornpty. Más adelante continuamos con este mega especial de Scream, que ya se encuentra en los cines de Panamá. Tenemos más entrevistas con el elenco. Vamos a conocer un poquito sobre el legado que dejó Wes Craven con la franquicia. Y pues el trío original, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox y David Arquette, cuentan la experiencia de regresar a Woodsboro. Eso y mucho más al regresar aquí en el Popcorn. Continuamos con más del Popcorn de esta semana, que va dedicado especial de una de mis sagas favoritas, y es la saga de Scream. La creación de Wes Craven ahora tiene una quinta entrega que cuenta con los 3 actores de la película original que han sobrevivido a Ghostface en la 1, 2, 3, 4 y pues están de regreso en la quinta. ¿Será que logran sobrevivir una vez más? ¿Quién será él o los asesinos? Pues toca descubrirlo. Ya se encuentra Scream en la pantalla grande de los cines de nuestro país para que la vayan a disfrutar. Y hablando de Wes Craven, que fue el creador, la mente maestra detrás del primer éxito de Scream, vamos a conocer cuál es la importancia sobre el legado que deja este pues increíble director con la franquicia y por qué era tan importante para los actores de la película original sentir la esencia de él para regresar a esta nueva entrega.
Wes Craven, you always think of him as the king of horror. He is an incredible director, but he's also an incredible human.
I might start crying when we start talking about Wes.
He was like a father in a lot of ways to all of us.
Wes Craven called me to his house. That was our first meeting. He was going to give me notes on the script. And they were all typos. That was the beauty of Wes Craven. He was such a kind soul.
We are fans on a level that is hard to express. He made horror cool.
Scary movies somehow take you on a roller coaster ride.
Ready, and action!
So when I got the script for the new Scream, I was really impressed by Matt and Tyler with how much Wes had an impression on them.
Anything we got right in this movie is because of Wes Craven.
Hello?
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Sid, it's happening again.
I had been apprehensive about doing another one without Wes, but Matt and Tyler really wanted to honor him. It's fun to get into it again.
I've done 4 Screams with Wes Craven. I was like, oh wow, what a perfect way to reinvent this movie.
They love the original. They want to honor Wes, and it's so scary.
How this new cast connects to the legacy cast, that's what's going to make this movie super special. And I was hoping that they were going to dedicate the film to Wes. And they did.
Este fue un video sobre el legado de Wes Craven con Scream. Ahora, vamos con más Cinelover porque hay más de esta película. Y es que tenemos un detrás de cámara de Scream, sí, pero esta vez con los originales, el regreso de los originales a esta nueva entrega. Yo sé que muchos están emocionados porque son súper fanáticos de las primeras películas de Scream, así que vamos a ver este detrás de cámara.
Hello?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
That first Scream will always be looked up to and looked back at.
We knew we were part of something that felt like it was on fire.
Sid, it's happening again.
We can't do this new Scream justice if all 3 don't come back.
I read the script. It was quick and sharp and funny and scary. This film feels like the first Scream.
Really excited for Nev to come back where she's like this badass.
I won't sleep until he's in the ground. We see a lot of Dewey in this film. It's really nice to see his journey.
I'm really excited for audiences to see these characters that they've loved and to see how they've progressed.
When Dewey and Gale intersect, it was perfect, really emotional.
Fans always ask me, "Are you gonna make another one?" It's fun to get into it again.
And it's really scary.
I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie, Sydney.
De verdad que cool contar con el elenco original era esencial para que nosotros los fanáticos desde la primera película nos remontáramos y sintiéramos esa nostalgia que es crucial para una película de una saga tan querida por fanáticos como lo es Scream. Así que de verdad que me pareció excelente su participación. Cero spoilers, no empiecen a revelar quién muere, quién no, quién es él o la o los o 3, 4, 10, 15 asesinos. No digan nada, usted por favor respete que cada uno vaya a vivir la experiencia de esta película como se merece. Continuamos con más entrevistas y es el turno de 2 personajes más. Ella es Marley Shelton, la hemos visto en varias películas de Tarantino, de Robert Rodríguez. Ella la conocimos en la película de Scream anterior como la Sheriff Judy Hicks. Y ahora su hijo lo interpreta otro gran actor, Dylan Minnette. Ustedes lo conocen por 13 Reasons Why, por No Respires, pues se incorpora a la saga de Scream. Y vamos a ver qué nos contaron sobre todo a qué huele la máscara de Ghostface. Vamos a ver.
Hello.
Hi.
Watch out behind you.
I know. I think you can tell I'm a huge fan of the movie franchise.
It's amazing.
Yeah, thanks. I want to congratulate you both on this film. As a huge fan of Scream, I must say it is astonishing what you've accomplished to be a part of. What was it like, well, at least for you, Dylan, being at Woodsboro for the first time?
Like, not even real. It felt sort of, there's moments where it felt real. It's like if you see a Ghostface mask or you see anyone from previous movies like Marley, it's just one of those things where it just hits you what's happening, and I just feel like I can retire happy. If I never worked again after that, I'd be thrilled. I'd be fulfilled for sure.
What about you, Marley? What did you have any advice for Dylan and all this new cast, joining the world of Scream?
Watch your back. No, exactly. I think these guys are such pros, and they also brought this infusion of fresh energy and perspective. That's what's so great about this particular franchise. You get to keep passing the baton, and it's such a cool blend of old and new and legacy and new characters, and I think that's what makes it really unique.
Now, Dylan, this is something that I would like to do someday is, come to face with Ghostface. How was your first encounter with him? Like, did you know that was it everything you expected or more? How was that first scene you had with Ghostface?
I can say that my first time just seeing just the costume or mask in general, like on set, it's interesting. The masks smell very good. I don't know if yours smell good, but they have like a vanilla scent to them. I was telling Marley about this.
Not this one, but it smells fine.
Okay. Well, the one that I was working with had a vanilla scent, and it smelled very good. But no, it's like it's
that's
like,
awesome.
It's a pinch me moment. It's just one of those things where like I'm sharing a screen with Ghostface. That's insane. It's very cool.
So I want to thank you both. Congratulations on the film, and I will be watching the film many more times and adding it to my collection very soon.
Sweet. Oh my gosh, great.
Yay.
Thanks.
De verdad que súper buena onda ambos, tanto Marley como Dylan. Son muy buenas incorporaciones, pues a ella, como les dije, la conocimos en Scream 4 y a Dylan lo conocemos ahora como su hijo en esta nueva entrega de la franquicia. Ya se encuentra en cines de Panamá. Al regresar del cambio comercial, 4 entrevistas más. Melissa Barrera nuevamente con nosotros en el Popcorn. Jack Quaid, está Mason Gooding y Jasmin Savoy. Así que usted no le cambie, que todavía falta mucho más de este gran especial de Scream en el Popcorn. Continuamos con más de este gran especial de Scream en el Popcorn. Recordemos que la nueva entrega de Scream ya se encuentra en cines de Panamá y está buenísima. Lo que los fanáticos esperan de la película es exactamente lo que van a encontrar. Ya mato por verla de nuevo, de verdad que me gustó. Yo quedé creyendo y es que creo que se nota que soy bien fanático de esta franquicia. Continuamos con más entrevistas. 2 nuevos personajes llegan a esta nueva película de Scream. Ellos son hermanos, son gemelos dentro de esta nueva entrega, pero también son familiares de un personaje muy importante de las primeras películas. Lo voy a dejar hasta ahí para no spoilear absolutamente nada. Tienen que ir a verla para descubrir de quién son familiares estos dos. Ellos son Jasmin Savoy y Mason Gooding y vamos a ver qué nos contaron sobre ser parte de esta franquicia.
Hello. Hi.
Hi Mason, hi Jasmin, welcome to Panama. It's so nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet
you. Nice to meet you too, brother.
Thanks. Well, I just wanted to start off by saying the movie was amazing. I think it's noticeably, I'm a huge fan of the franchise. You got a huge fan approval. That was beyond. It was amazing.
I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yes.
It means the world.
I did a whole lot. I just wanted to start off by getting to know what's it like when you first get the confirmation that you're going to be a part of Scream, this huge fan favorite franchise. Was there ever you know what,
being a part of Scream?
It was certainly nerve-wracking in the beginning because you just want to make sure that your addition to the franchise is done carefully, respectfully, and with the utmost amount of due diligence done to pay as much respect as needed. And then once you get on set, maybe you're acting opposite the legacy cast or just being directed by the brilliant directors we have, or even reading the brilliant script, you realize that everyone's here to just make a good movie, both for fans and for newcomers. And you hold on to that, and hopefully we did a good job. Obviously, it sounds like you liked it, which makes me very happy to hear, but that's the goal at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a beautiful answer. Ditto.
It is. It is. I'll be definitely adding the new Scream movie to my collection as soon as it comes out. Jasmine, what do you think is maybe a perception that people might think happens when shooting a horror film, but it doesn't actually happen that way?
Yeah, I think that people probably think it's really scary the whole time, but it's actually really fun. Not gonna lie, Ghostface is scary. Just the presence of Ghostface on set, even if you're just going to get a snack, walking to the bathroom and he walks by, terrifying. But other than that, it's really funny watching the stunts. It's really funny seeing people get stabbed or running around, having things thrown at them is hilarious. And so we were really just laughing a lot the whole time. I thought we were shooting a comedy. I forgot this was a horror film.
That was funny that we would film the movie and then people would start dying and you're like, oh, right, we were filming a visceral horror movie. It's true. That's a trip. That's right. That's right.
And that actually happens once you go ahead and see the movie. After watching the movie, did you actually get scared in some parts, even though you already knew what was going to happen?
Oh, yeah. The movie really scares me. I can't watch a lot of the scenes. I have to go.
I feel like it's because I'll watch it and see my loved ones and how they kind of navigate the film and what happens to them. And it brings me immense dread and stress. But
yeah,
it's all for the sake of entertainment, baby.
Very true.
Thank you, guys. Have a great one and congratulations on the film. It is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Esta fue otra entrevista con el elenco joven de la película Scream. Ahora, Cinelovers, atentos, porque venimos con un avance de Peacemaker, la nueva serie de DC con John Cena, que está estrenando, ya estrenó su primer capítulo y lo pueden ver en casa. Vamos entonces a ver este avance de Peacemaker.
Oh my God. He's hugging me. He's hugging me. Dad, grab my phone. I don't want to move. Dad?
En verdad, Peacemaker se ve a otro nivel. Yo no soy muy fanático de John Cena a nivel interpretativo, le soy bien honesto, pero Peacemaker no creo que sea un personaje tan difícil y en The Suicide Squad lo hizo bastante bien. Así que eso, amarrado con que James Gunn está produciendo y dirigiendo para televisión, me causa mucha curiosidad de lo que tiene para ofrecernos, así que voy a estar súper pendiente. Ahora llegamos a las últimas entrevistas de nuestro especial de Scream y el turno es de dos de sus nuevos protagonistas. Jack Quaid, ustedes lo conocen porque es el hijo de Dennis Quaid y de Meg Ryan, pero también porque él sale en la serie de streaming The Boys. Muy buena serie. Y también conversamos con Melissa Barrera, que el año pasado estuvo con nosotros en el Popcorn por la película En el Barrio o In the Heights. Ella ahora es la gran protagonista y el target principal de Ghostface en esta nueva entrega de Scream. Y vamos a ver qué nos contaron.
Melissa, hola. Nice to see you and chat with you again.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. Gusto de verte. Jack, nice to meet you and welcome to Panama, or at least, well, my house in Panama.
It's good to be at your house in Panama. This is great. I love you got Grogu and Ghostface back there. That's awesome.
I know. They're a great match. I know. They hang out a lot perfectly. As you can see, I'm a huge fan of Scream. I've always been. It's one of my favorite sagas ever. And after watching this film, I am so pleased and so happy with the end result. And I want to congratulate you both for being a part of, you know, you're being a part of a culture fan favorite saga, and in a great way. You know, the reviews and everything are amazing. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
If you could actually tell yourselves, you're welcome. If you could actually tell your younger selves that you were going to be a part of a fan favorite cultural classic saga, what would you think your first reactions would have been?
I mean, if I could go in a time machine and go to little Melissa and tell her, keep going, you're going to be part of a huge franchise, Scream would probably be the last one to cross my mind.
Interesting.
The last one. Like, I never would have thought that I would be making horror movies ever in my life. Never.
Really?
Yeah.
You're such a fan, though.
I know I was such a fan, but then I stopped.
Oh, right.
I stopped being a fan because Saw really, like, scared the shit out of me. And I stopped watching scary movies because of Saw. Wow. And then I returned because of Scream.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but I never would have thought, never.
Yeah, I think I don't know, younger self. How young are we talking? Because if I were to go back to like my 4-year-old self, I remember being like,
your 4-year-old self would be like, what is that franchise?
What is the franchise? Well, my 4-year-old self was terrified of Ghostface because I would go trick or treating and everyone, you know, Scream had just come out and all these people were in Ghostface costumes. The masks were so scary to me, you know, and so I'd be like, I think 4-year-old Jack would be like, what? Like, I think he'd be probably terrified that he had to interact with Ghostface. But no, it's just so cool. If I were to tell, like, I don't know, 20-year-old Jack, I think he'd be pumped as hell. He'd be so excited about it. I don't know if I would have thought that Scream would be it though, necessarily. I don't know. Yeah, but it's a great surprise.
But you made it true. And you made it true, and you made it in a huge and great way. I want to live this through you guys. What's it like being at Woodsboro? You know, locations for huge, scary movie fans. What's it like when you first shot your first scenes over at Woodsboro?
Ooh.
I feel like it wasn't the first few scenes that like really, it was the third act. When we shot the third act of the movie, that's a familiar set piece of like the first Screams that were coming back to a very iconic set. That's when I felt like, oh my God, like this is it. You know, like that's when I felt the gravity of what we were doing.
Yeah, before that, it almost felt like, it was a great experience, but it almost felt like we were making a movie featuring Scream characters, but we hadn't, like, I hadn't seen Ghostface yet, you know? So I
felt like a fan. I felt like a fan of Scream with her school friends making a school project for like a TV class. Yeah. You know, like that's how I felt for a lot of the movie.
Well, I also try to, whenever I do a project that I know is probably going to be seen by a lot of people, I try to trick myself. I'm like, this is a student film and no one will see it, just so I can take the pressure off my back. So I felt the exact same way. Yeah. And yeah, when we shot that third act, that all changed.
Yeah.
That is amazing, guys. Congratulations, and I hope you do amazing. I'll be watching it over and over and over again. So I'm.
Oh, thank you.
It was great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome.
Y de esa manera finalizamos nuestro especial de Scream en el Popcorn. Gracias a Paramount Pictures por hacerme un sueño realidad. Qué buena manera de arrancar el año. Y es que yo siempre he dicho que Scream es una de mis sagas favoritas. Hay gente que me dice, ¿eso por qué? A mí me encanta el toque de sátira, de comedia, con suspenso, slasher también hecho. Creo que la mezcla de tantos géneros en una sola película desde chiquito marcó mucho mi infancia sobre lo que era pues una película diferente y no ver más de lo mismo, y por eso le he encontrado tanto amor y pasión a la saga de Scream. Así que gracias por permitirme hacer estas increíbles entrevistas, gracias a todo el equipo, gracias a ustedes por su sintonía. Vayan a ver Scream, que ya se encuentra en cines de Panamá. No lleven chiquillos, ni bebés, ni niños a esta película, por favor, sean responsables. Piensen un poquito, porque de verdad, ¿a quién se le ocurre llevar a un niño o a un bebé a ver Scream? Vamos, por favor y gracias. Así que para más pueden seguirnos en redes sociales, @el PopcornPTY en Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Tenemos un canal para que se suscriban. También pueden ser parte de nuestra comunidad digital y enterarse de todo lo que viene para el cine y en streaming este año. Me puedes seguir a mí, @OscarRuizC en Twitter e Instagram. Si quieres hablar de Scream, no tienes con quién conversarlo y matas por opinar y debatir acerca de la película, pues yo doy. Me pueden escribir. Y nada, será entonces hasta la próxima semana. Cuídense mucho, tomen todas las medidas de bioseguridad. No queremos que nos cancelen más estrenos ni que cambien fechas. Cuando vayan al cine, calladito se ve más bonito, la película se disfruta mejor en silencio y aparte evitas propagar el contagio del virus con la saliva. Así que sigan las normas de bioseguridad, compórtense en el cine, por favor. Y nada, será entonces hasta la próxima entrega, que estemos de regreso aquí en el Popcorn con más estrenos. Así que nada, me voy, que quiero ir a ponerme la máscara de Ghostface y ver si en realidad huele a vainilla, como dice Dylan Minnette. Así que nada, será hasta la próxima semana. Chao.